Christine, where you been?
I've been right here. Where have you been?
I've been right here too.
Really?
Really? So, where have we been the last 2 weeks? We hadn't done a video in a couple weeks. Why is that?
We've been busy.
We've been very busy, and there's been a lot going on kind of behind the scenes of Living La Vida Low Carb, not just on YouTube, but the blog, the forum, everything. We're going to tell you all about that today here on episode 33 of Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube. My name's Jimmy Moore.
I'm Christine Moore.
And we are so glad to be back with you today, sharing with you about the healthy low-carb lifestyle. Now, last week was an incredible week. We were in Phoenix, Arizona. We had a great opportunity to visit with a lot of the low-carb researchers and the people working behind the scenes of low-carb.
That was awesome.
Oh my gosh, met all kinds of people. Gary Taubes, who wrote Good Calories, Bad Calories. Eric Westman, Mary Vernon, Richard Feynman, Jeff Folick. The list goes on and on.
Johnny Bowden was there.
Johnny Bowden was there. All kind of people were there that we had a chance to meet, and who I consider the heroes of low carb right now, because they're the only ones that are really trumpeting it in the research world. And if we can get the research world to convince the medical community that low carb is indeed a viable option for people for weight loss and for health, then it'll trickle into the patients and people like you and me who have benefited from it. So certainly was an exciting time, and I do look forward to sharing interviews and comments and things like that have that came up on my blog and on my podcast show, and there are links to both of those over in the show notes of this particular episode of Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube. But before I get into some other things, I wanted to tell them about something special happening at my blog this month. Monday, what is Monday's date? Monday, April the 21st, will be the 3rd anniversary of the Living La Vida Low Carb blog.
You go, boy!
And so every year, since the first year, I celebrated it with some giveaways. Every year I kind of have this obligation to keep giving stuff away. And so thankfully there are lots of great sponsors of those giveaways who so willingly give free prizes so that you can win. So I'll provide a link to how you can register for those free prizes, again, in the show notes for this episode. So go over there and click on that, and there will be lots and lots of prizes that I will blog about. And I believe the entry deadline I've set is the end of the month. So again, go look at that link and you will see when you have to get it in by.
You want free stuff, right?
Oh, it's great free stuff too. I've already had tons of people already enter, so you will definitely have a good chance of winning, because there will be about 50 or so prizes to give away, maybe even more than that. But for now, you just really want to enter. So go check that out so you can enter to win. Now let's talk about last week and what has happened all in the time, the last couple weeks. It has been an adventure, to say the least. Last Monday, I had something really strange happen. My forum, which I did have a link to, or still have a link to in a lot of my YouTube videos, was taken down. It was hacked by someone who obviously didn't like me very much, because they were putting all kinds of nasty things up on the web, on that website.
Who could not like an adorable face like this?
And so they brought down my forum, and we tried to get it to come back. We brought it back temporarily, and they brought it down again. So we've decided to start over from scratch. I don't have the new forum up and ready yet, but I will be announcing that really soon. We're going to start all over again. We got it on a secure server. My PR company is helping me create that. It's going to be very secure. It's going to be backed up daily. It's just going to be a lot better. Now, it's going to cost me some money, a lot more money than what the other one did, but I think in the end it's going to be a lot more worth it, and I think it'll be a much more pleasurable experience for those of you who have enjoyed the forum experience. So that happened on Monday, actually late Sunday night into Monday. On Tuesday, my PayPal account was hacked. I mean, they went in there and they stole $82 from my account for some online movie company I'd never even heard of. And at first I thought it was one of those phishing emails, because you get the emails that look like they're from PayPal. And so I thought, well, let me not click on this link here. Let me go directly into PayPal's account. And sure enough, there was the $82 charge. Thankfully, within a day, that was credited back, but that was the second thing in 2 days. It was just really weird. Then on Wednesday last week, the day before we left on our trip, and actually the day we left on our trip was Wednesday. We were going to see some friends in Atlanta the day before the flight out to Phoenix, and lo and behold, my email was hacked. And I mean, I'm going 3 days, 3 different events, something really screwy's going on around here. It was not good. And so the whole time I was in Phoenix, we were enjoying this great conference. I had in the back of my mind, all right, what else is going to happen in the interim? Well, actually, there were a few other things that happened. While I was gone, there was also a credit card signed up in my name. We got the credit card in the mail today. It was a MasterCard, and it was from PayPal. So it was one of those little MasterCard debit cards where they can get money. It's had a line of credit, I believe, of like $1,500, and that's like, holy cow. So I had to shut that down. Is there anything I've left out? I mean, there's just been so much going on. Oh, and let's not forget, some weird stuff has been happening as well with my blog. The last few days, since Tuesday, April the 15th, my blog has been locked. I mean, I can't even post anything. The only thing I can do is post comments, and you can post comments, but I cannot get into my blog, and you might be wondering why. Well, Blogger has a robot that goes and seeks out different blogs to see if they are what they call spam blogs. And a spam blog are these aggregate sites where they steal content from other sites, and then they've got a bunch of ads on the blog, and it's not really a real site. And so Blogger, to their credit, is trying to shut those things down. Unfortunately, sometimes the algorithm that is used for those robots accidentally gets good blogs, and mine happened to get targeted this time. The sucky thing is, it's down, and I can't do anything about it. I've got nowhere to blog. I can vlog with the YouTube videos, but I can't blog on Blogger. So if you haven't seen any posts in a while, that's where I've been. That's why you haven't seen any. And there seems like there was one more thing. Oh yeah, my podcast show on Thursday. A lot of you alerted me. It's down. It's like, is Jimmy Moore under attack? Yes, I feel like it this last couple of weeks. That was just a little glitch. Another site had been hacked on that same network. It wasn't actually my site this time. It was one of the other sites on the Grasshopper New Media set of websites. So I say all this not to scare you, not to say, well, don't be on the internet, not to put yourself out there and be bold about your belief in the healthy low-carb lifestyle. I say it just to warn you to be careful. You know, with the information that you provide, make sure you're changing your passwords. Make sure you're not using the same usernames everywhere. Safety is priority one, regardless of what you're doing, and especially when you're out there on the internet. So that's the message I wanted to provide to you today here on Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube, episode 33. Be sure to go to that link over in the show notes section so that you can register to win lots of great prizes for the 3rd blogiversary of Living La Vida Low Carb, and hopefully we'll get that back up soon so that you can see all the great prizes you could win. That's all for now, so see ya!
Bye.